Hey guys, it looks like we've been having some technical issues. I've been trying to use Restream, and for whatever reason, it is not wanting to play nice tonight. So I'm hoping that you can see me. Um, I'm hoping that we're able to get this done. If anyone can see this or whatever, I would appreciate you let me know. I'm not seeing anybody right now, but we'll go ahead and get started. Um, as soon as somebody comes in, we'll go from there. But I spent almost 15 minutes fighting with Restream trying to get it to work, and it just didn't want to work. Um, I don't know why. It's so freaking stupid. You should just have a button and be able to do what you need to do, and it's not letting me. Uh, but I hope everybody, uh, if you're watching this after the live stream is over with, I'm hoping that uh, the people that got elected last night, that they're the ones that you voted for and that you're happy with your choices. If you're like everybody else, I'm pretty sure that it's a mixed bag and some people got elected you wanted and some people didn't. That's the way a free republic works. I tell people all the time that election day is the least of your duties. It is the very minimum that we should do. We're the ones in control of our free society. The ones that we elect to office are not our bosses. They're not anything other than our servants. And if our servants and employees are not doing what they're supposed to do, this is our time to let them know that they're out and we'll get somebody better or hopefully better. And that's the way it works. It's a very vicious cycle, but it, barring all other options, it is the best that we have on this planet. Uh, I don't normally like doing live streams. Live streams really mess up the analytics of my channel. And so that is something that I just don't care for a lot. I know some people, they just love live streams and they want it, and that's fine. I understand, but it's just not something that has worked out well for me in the past. And obviously, being 15 minutes late to my own live stream because Restream wouldn't work right, that is a problem. Um, I'm going to take ownership of that because that's my problem. Uh, this is live streaming on Twitch and YouTube. The last time I tried to live stream on Twitch, nothing showed. You have to do so many live streams and have so many followers on Twitch, and if you don't, you're in trouble. You can't post anything. So Twitch has been a very aggravating thorn in my side now for a while, and I don't know if I'm just going to go ahead and just delete the channel and forget about it, or what I'm going to do, because it's not making me money. It's not allowing me to do anything, and I'm getting very frustrated very fast with it. Recently, I got notified by Odyssey, and I had a very troubling email from them. So, Odyssey is one of the channels that I've been working with, and they they have been going down and down and down. They went to no commercials whatsoever, and now they've said that because of YouTube guidelines, they are not going to allow me to send my data from YouTube to their platform, which means I'd have to download everything that I do to Odyssey which they're really not paying me anything, so I don't see a reason to do much with them. I may do a video about them and how they might be the best sleeper investment that a multi-billionaire could ever make. Um, I think that in the hands of the right billionaire, that YouTube could face serious competition, but not the way that it's being run now. There's no one in the market really to challenge YouTube, not Rumble, not anybody else. Twitch and Kick, they're really not a YouTube thing, competitor. Uh, there really isn't anybody to compare to YouTube, and there needs to be. And I think Odyssey could be that. They're the most like what YouTube used to be, and with the right billionaire in charge, it could be done. But like Elon Musk, he's proven that with X that he can't be entrusted to something like that. So uh, I don't know anybody that I think could do the job. But if there's somebody could do a job and they had the money and resources, Odyssey, they would be the best company to buy. Um, so I may do a video on that. I don't know what y'all think about that, but let me know. So I've been doing a lot of thought, a lot of research, thinking about channels and what I need to do for my channel, how I need to fix things, all that good stuff. And I'm trying to figure out what might be the best option. And it's going to be hard. I mean, it's really going to be hard. I'm looking at right now. I've got to do something my computer that I do the editing with. It's also one that I do my mediations with. It is right now it's in need of overhaul, so I'm gonna have to fix that and trying to do videos for if I do the splits 3 channels, that's gonna be tough. It's gonna be real tough. So I'll have to figure that out. And also that means I'm going to be losing money from my my monetized site. So my YouTube channel, it is monetized the primary channel. So that means I'm going back square one on 2 other channels. If I do go through with this split, means I've got every video I post until I reach the 1,000 hours or 1,000 subs, 4,000 hours of watch time. I'm just giving that to YouTube. I'm giving those resources, giving that money to YouTube, and I'm losing out on money that could be going to my primary site. So I'm going to have to figure out how I want to do that, and I don't know what the best way is to do it, but we're going to give it a shot. With the other issue is that with the hurricanes coming in, that everybody knows or you should know that I'm a mediator. So I do a lot of insurance mediations, things of that nature. And with those insurance mediations, it has a kind of a lull sometimes. And sometimes you're bombarded and sometimes you're not. And so I've got to, I think I'm going to be bombarded with work pretty soon. It's a little too early to tell, but with 2 hurricanes hitting Florida, I'm hoping that I'll have the time to devote to my videos, but I also have to deal with the money aspect that is my bread and butter. And so we'll be dealing with that aspect as well, needing to make sure that I'm bringing in the money. I've had some sponsors or not sponsors, but well, they're treated as sponsors by YouTube, but they're like affiliates, partners, brand ambassador deals, things of that nature. I've had a few companies that I've talked with. Some of them I've decided not to go with. For instance, I was a brand ambassador for a company called Dubby. They were electrolyte mixed. They kind of like think of Gatorade or Powerade or anything of that nature. Dubby was going to have me do a brand ambassador deal with them, and I went. The problem with them is that they use sucralose exclusively. Sucralose is a dangerous chemical. It has been linked to all sorts of gastrointestinal problems, hormone problems. It has been linked to DNA damage. It has also been found to not be able to be cleaned out by the stormwater and sewage water treatment processes. So when it gets into the environment, it causes drastic environmental damage to the ecosystems. And so for that reason, it's a poison. It is one of the most dangerous poisons that we are putting into our systems, and we see it as being harmless, and it's not. And I have a problem with it. I have a big problem with it. And so I went to the company and I asked them, do you have any like non-sucralose options? And they stood by it. They said that they believe sucralose is totally safe and they don't have anything. They believe they see sugar as being more dangerous than sucralose, which is stupid. But we disagreed. And so I told him, I said, look, I can't work with y'all. And so there is a company right now I just signed up with. Uh, I don't know if it's Avi or AV. AVY is what's the name of it, but they're a coffee company. They've been a little frustrating to deal with. They don't return phone calls, or not phone calls, but messages like they should. They are not really wanting to invest anything, which I'm like, just send me some coffee and I'll do, ads, unboxings, all that. They act like they're out money. They don't understand. Maybe this is something I should bring up. So if you watch the channel for any length of time, you know that I am I've got an MBA degree. And so I don't think most people realize that when you start a business, one of the things that you can take tax deductions from is your expenditures for marketing. And so giving product to a YouTuber to do videos, that is marketing. And so that cost that you spent out, you can actually deduct it from your taxes. Now, I'm not a tax expert. I'm giving business advice, not tax advice. That's a different matter. But you definitely need to talk to your tax consultant. But I'm sure they'll tell you the same thing I'm telling you, but they would be more inclined to give you the correct answer because that's what they do all the time. I don't do taxes all the time, but I do business consulting, and so uh, that's one of the things that a lot of American companies, they act like they just can't afford it, but they spend so much money trying to get people to sell, but they don't want to have product put out. And you got to put out product, otherwise you can't demonstrate it. One of the big ones that I've been fighting with right now is a tackle company called Nomad, and there's been some other ones. Six Gills, they're a rod company. There's been a bunch of fishing companies that they do like rods, reels, tackle, and when I've tried to work with them, they're like, well, you just have to buy the product and show it off to people, and then you'll make your money from any sales you generate. Well, that's not how this works. No, I I do not. If you want me to sell your product, you provide the product. I am not going to sell your product and be your best customer at the same time. This isn't Avon. This isn't Mary Kay. No, this is not how that works. And so a bunch of them, they have this opinion that we content creators, we're supposed to buy their product because it's the best thing in the world, and then we're supposed to sell it for a commission that could be as small as 10%. Um, and you know, once you figure in that's like maybe I might get $1 off of a sale, and no, I'm not going to spend, you know, 20-30 bucks on some coffee, or you know, 20-30 bucks on some, you know, fishing tackle. Or in the case of Six Gills, good God, they wanted hundreds of dollars for a rod. And then I'm just going to get maybe 20 bucks if I make a sale. No, that's not how this is going to work. I'm not doing that. So I've been dealing with a lot of these, I call them bad sponsorship deals. You know, that they're legitimate companies, but their model is unreasonable. And so I'm hoping I'll get more sponsors like Fieldbalk. They've been real good to me. They've been extremely good. I don't have a Fieldbalk shirt on tonight. I've been dealing with some home stuff, so we're having to replace a roof. We're having to replace or redo a bathroom. We're having to redo a kitchen. We've got a laundry room to do. I've got some fencing to do. Yeah, fun stuff. And so I've been dealing with contractors and everything all day long, and got a bite to eat, and then trying to get this thing to come on Restream, and that was pointless. It was a joke. Um, so now I've got to do a bunch of work behind the scenes that most people will never see to make this where it might get some views. But the if I can get some more sponsors, that would really help out the channel. Right now, we're making, I don't know, we'll make $100 every so many months. Nothing It's not even every month. Everybody's like, "Oh, you're a YouTuber." Yeah, I'm a YouTuber, but I'm not. I mean, until you get to the 100,000 subs category, most YouTubers, they have other jobs. They are working other jobs. And once you get to the 100,000 subscriber, that is when you start making enough money that a lot of YouTubers say, you know what, I'm just going to do this full time. Until then, it's just a secondary income. And that's that's one of the things about this that most people don't realize is that we're not making that much. YouTube does not pay a fair amount on the ads, and we get paid by the ads. So that what we get paid in ads doesn't even cover our production costs. And that's one of the things I was thinking about with doing an Odyssey video is that if there was a company to come in and said, we're going to give you, you know, 20%, 25% of the ads that you get. You know, somebody watches your video for every dollar we make, we're going to give you 25 cents. And then when you get to $50 or $100 or whatever threshold is, we'll cut you a check or send it electronically like YouTube does. Rumble is 50, YouTube is 100. You got to make that much, but Rumble's using the same payout structure that YouTube is, so both YouTube and Rumble are making a killing off of the backs of their content creators. They don't care about us, and they want us to create content so they can sell ads to give us pennies on the dollar. And if somebody ever came along and said, "Hey, look, we're going to give you, you know, we see you as being important, and we wouldn't have this without you. So here's, 25 cents on the dollar," you would see content creators leave YouTube and Rumble in droves. And I wish that they would do that. Somebody would do that. So then I wouldn't have to worry about getting uh, um, a sponsor all the time or getting somebody to buy some type of product, because then that commission it would pale in comparison to what I would make from the ads. Uh, but right now and also YouTube has this antiquated system where if you're not creating the content that they like, then you get paid less. So it's oversight. They're so freaking onerous. It's unreal. And they say that they're not onerous, but they are. They're very onerous to work with. So that's something that I wish we had, but we don't. And so I've got to fix my laptop. I've got to get, or not my laptop, but my PC, and get it ready. Try to get these 3 channels going because I'm doing 2 splits. Get all that figured out, do all that. That I'll probably start dropping videos on those channels before the year starts, the new year. And that's the goal. So one is going to be called Cooking with Ken. And so the analytics, every time I do a cooking video, my analytics tank. And so if I just do cooking only, YouTube loves the algorithm, that all important algorithm. It loves it to have a single niche or a micro niche, and then it can do its job perfectly. But whenever you have something that is where some viewers like this and some viewers like that, and then you try to put it out there, it messes up the analytics. So if I had an audience only liked doing food and drink, then that would be something that would make the channel grow at a predictable rate. The other is going to be art. I do feather paintings. I'm going to start doing that more often. The feather painting videos I've been doing have been long, about an hour. And so I'm thinking that I'd only do maybe one video a month, maybe, no more than two. I just don't see people wanting to spend an hour a week watching a video. But you might spend an hour every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks or every 4 weeks because it's a video you're looking forward to. And also, it allows me time to put effort into other aspects that I need to look at. I'm going to be using different camera equipment for those two channels. So there'll be a A-roll camera and a B-roll camera. May have more than one B-roll camera so that I can do clips and cuts and things of that nature. And so it's going to be more intensive on the editing, which is the reason why I need to get this PC upgraded. Then with the I lost my train of thought. Just absolutely lost train of thought. Oh, another thing is that as I generate money, and I'm not sponsored by them. I wish they would sponsor me because I would love to work with them. But Sprizzy, they're a marketing company that works with YouTube and Google. They're the only company I've ever advertised with for this channel where my analytics got better. That I got more subscribers, I got more engaged subscribers, content that hadn't been watched in a long time all of a sudden started picking up. People started watching it, what they call evergreen content. What I try to put out most time is evergreen. And that's just content that continues to make you money. It's kind of like that video I did on the Hafjikio camera. Since I posted that review has been taken off, and I've been making money on it since I posted that video, and I'll probably continue to make money off of it. I did a video about the Pelican Catch Classic 100 kayak that I own. That thing has been going constantly and has not ceased in making me money. So I do have some evergreen content, and the more I use Sprizzy, the more my analytics get better. So I'm thinking that if I can get my finances lined up right and get my channels lined up right and get everything going right, that using Sprizzy, I can get possibly the Cooking with Ken monetized by the end of 2025. The Feather Painting with Ken Johnson channel, that probably will be monetized by the end of 2025, if not the summer of 2026. And by using Sprizzy and doing that, I think that that's also going to help my channel right now. I did a video a video analytics calculation. I put the data into a separate software system that I trust. It's been pretty accurate. And that software system is saying that every year the channel doubles. So right now we're in a lull period. The time between October and May, you see a lot of the channels just kind of drop with their analytics, and mine is no exception. I've had a lot of old YouTubers tell me, say, wintertime, early spring, that is the toughest, and fall, winter, and early spring, that is the toughest time of the year to actually be trying to put out any type of content because YouTube analytics plummet. Because of the 2 hurricanes, my analytics have also plummeted. And I'm doing everything I can to stay afloat. Uh, I I went on vacation and I made sure that while I was on vacation that I had videos coming out, and I tried to constantly feed the channel, but where I was getting, you know, double the amount of subscribers every month I had in 2023, that has tanked off. And I've not had the subscriber counts I need to make this channel double, and I know that's because I'm in that lull period. If I can get everything figured out before May and get everything lined up, using Sprizzy, I'm thinking that I might be able to get my channel to triple, my main channel to triple. Um, the goal is to get us to 10,000. I would like to have it before 2026. 2026 is when the channel is supposed. The end of 2026 is supposed to be when the channel gets to 10,000. I would like to be like first part of 2026 that we get 10,000. I would like to kind of amp up things. Into 2025, we should be at 5,000 roughly. So I would like to do it where we can be at least by the beginning of 2026, be at 10,000. That would be awesome if I can get the analytics right. And that's what I'm playing with now and what I'm dealing with now. I've got some shows coming up that I'll be doing. I wish that I could have had more people on and we talked about things. I'd love to hear your input. The feather painting where the Rust-Oleum paint destroyed the painting, I was able to clean some of it off with some acetone, but wasn't all of it. And so I'm going to call it Rust-Oleum Redemption because Rust-Oleum, they gave me a case of brand new paint. They heard about what happened. They're like, that ain't supposed to happen. So they sent me a whole case of paint, clear paint, and I always clear coat my feathers after I'm done. And they sent that, and so I'm gonna do that video soon. I want to get with Ricky, do a fishing episode with Ricky. There's a spot I want to take him that is special. I found that little place, and I get good feelings about it. I've not caught big fish out of it. I've seen some fish that are decent size, but for this area, it's a rare find. I think it's going to be a treasure. Then January, I'm going to go. There is a music minister that has asked me to take him fishing, and I agreed. And so in January, I'm going to go on a fishing trip with him. We're going to go overnight, and I'm hoping to have some epic content. That would be fantastic. But before I do that, I've got to do some upgrades to the boat, do some repairs. So I might do some videos on that. Another thing I've got to do a repair on. The one of those trending videos is one where I talk about the deplorable action of Ram trucks and how Ram trucks they have this glue that leaks out of the radio cue screens. And unless you have gel-free cue screens, uh, YouTube, Facebook, all these different sites have videos of people that talk about that, their radios were dialing 911. Everything in these trucks is through the cue screen, the radio. When I did the video, there was a manufacturer of these cue screens that said that they was going to do a replacement. The replacement was just the part was $400. I was going to have to install it. They was going to give me the part, and I'd already saved up the money, but there was a bunch of other things I had to spend money on. So I'm like, okay. They said they're going to give it to me, so I took on faith and I spent the money that I would have put towards the key screen to fix that truck, and then that person backed out. So right now I do not have the $400 plus extra expenses that it's going to take for me to buy the screen, rip out the truck panel and buy the tools for ripping that out and do the video, all that. I don't have the money for all that right now. But eventually I've got to get that done. And if I do it while it's cool, it's better than me doing it in the summertime. So I've got to get that done. It would be a lot better on long trips if I had a cue screen, because everything with that truck is through the radio. And that cue screen is where I see my backup cameras. It's where I control everything from the truck, and I've not had it, and it's been very difficult. So I need to do a video on that, but that's going to be one of those I've got to make enough money. I'm hoping that I can sell some feather paintings and build up that money so that feather painting channel will be a revenue generating channel. I've got to figure out where I'm going to sell the paintings. YouTube they're very greedy when you use their shops, and you have to be at so many subscribers and everything, so they're very difficult to deal with. I don't want to deal with TikTok because I've seen some videos of people where TikTok just kept their money and closed down the shop and they couldn't get the money. So they sold product and couldn't get money. So I don't need that. Facebook, they're hard to deal with, and a lot of people are no longer using Etsy. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do those sales of the feather paintings. If I do the sales of the feather paintings, then that will allow me to get some extra revenue coming in. And in addition to revenue from hopefully a monetized channel. Then I also have a church group that I'm trying to get them to do a fishing trip, and if we do that fishing trip, I will video that. A while back I did a video and I was talking about religion, and I said I don't talk about religion. It's true, I don't. There are a lot of YouTubers that they are what I consider professional Christians. That is, that they make money off of their professed Christianity. And I have a big issue with that. A huge issue with that. And one of them outright lied just a few weeks ago and said that, this person, they're big. and they said they only make $25 a month off of their YouTube. If you're making $25 a month, that's all you're getting, and you're that big, you're doing something wrong. I know some big YouTubers. Um, there's some YouTubers that $20,000 a month, that's nothing for them. That's all for the ad revenue. That's not what they're getting paid by the sponsors and everybody else. And this guy's got dozens and dozens and dozens of sponsors. And I mean, like, never has to buy a vehicle given to him. And this person said they only made $25. No, you're a liar. But they'll talk about everybody's evil, wicked ways. They'll read the Bible all the time, and that's because they're professional Christians. They're using their profession of faith to profit, and I don't like that. I hate that. That that aggravates me more than anything. There's a lot of these guys, you'll see them, they'll be with one woman one day and then another woman next day, and they'll have children by different women. And they're talking about, anytime somebody prays over the food, they got to have a camera videotaping it. Anytime that they're about to go fishing or hunting, they got to have a video, them praying. And the reason why is because there's a certain demographic of Christians that they fall for that, and they don't realize that that is a disingenuous action, and that the person that is doing that, they're getting everything they're going to get now. It's not in the kingdom afterwards. And that's the reason why I don't get into this, because I know I'll be making a lot of people mad, but it's the truth. And I just don't do it. But that doesn't mean that I'm not Christian. And if I happen to be with somebody that's a pastor, it's because they just happen to be a pastor. And if I'm with a men's group and I'm filming, it's because I am seizing the opportunity to go film, because I had that opportunity and I'm trying to make some money. It's not me making money off my faith. It was an opportunity presented itself, and it just so happened that it was affiliated with a church or a ministry or whatever. But it wasn't that I'm using that to try to profit based off my profession of faith. I'm profiting from it because it's an opportunity I'm seizing to create content, but I don't do Christian content. I hope that makes sense. I don't talk about politics. In fact, I like it. I don't talk about religion. Same thing. I don't talk a lot about politics. I actually edited out a video section as a pretty good section where we had a elected official that they were allegedly in violation of our open records laws, and they were actually kicked out of their position. They lost a job that they had, side job that they was working. They lost it, and that was their actual income, because this elected position only makes like what, 13,000, 19,000 a year. And the whole reason why I was arguing and fussing about it was that the boat ramp that I was using, I have to bring my own lights if I want to back it up, and launch from that boat ramp at night or early in the morning, because there's no safety features. But as a boater, I'm paying special fees that other people don't pay. And that money is supposed to be dedicated to boat ramps, and they have allocated those monies to other projects besides the boat ramp. allegedly against Florida law. And I went into a tirade cause having to just bring my own lights, and this place is so difficult to back in out of, to load from. It's unsafe. I went a little bit on a tangent, and I had to edit that out. So I try not to talk about religion. I try not to talk about politics, but I've been involved in both of them. It is who I am. You know, done it. Right now, it's almost 8 o'clock. Been on for about 45 minutes now. I just want to say thank you for watching. You've been watching this to the end. I'd love to hear your thoughts, any ideas that you'd like for show ideas. I'm going to put in the description some affiliate links of people that I'm affiliated with or brand ambassador for. If you want to check them out, that's fine. That would help out channel. I'm not saying to use them, but if you want to, that's a way you can help out channel. But basically, I just watching this helps me out so much, and giving it a like, that matters. Comment, kind of let me know what you think. This was just a way for me to touch base. So thank you for tuning in. I'll see you again next time. Bye.